Hello traders, welcome back to my channel. This video we are going to be looking on how to combine price action plus trend lines to get very good trading opportunities. We are basically going to be looking on how you can do a top-down analysis, so that you can be able to take both swing and day trades while you are trading the forex market, where you are trading whatever type of market. So I want to watch this video till the end, because at the end we are going to learn something that can potentially change your trading and turn your trading around. So you want to make sure that you pick up a pen, jot down the things that are necessary, and then make sure you support the channel too by hitting on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click on the thumbs up, and then see you after the intro. Okay traders, welcome to my channel. I am Full Kingsley. By the grace of God, I bring to you guys strategies, tutorials on the forex market, volatility indices, metals like gold, Nasdaq, VIX75, many other instruments. You want to subscribe to the channel by hitting on the subscribe button and notification bell to not miss it. So if you look at US Swiss franc, this is an example of an uptrending market, and you can see it is creating series of higher highs and higher lows, and it's perfectly respecting the trend line, right? So when we talk about trend lines are simply a kind of dynamic support and resistance that are formed during trending markets, right? And you see that if a market is creating a series of higher highs and higher lows, trend lines usually act as support. In this situation, realize that every time price rejects once, twice, from the third point you can already start getting rejection, and you already start taking your trades right based on that. And you see, when you want to draw a trend line, it's simple. When you see a trending market like this, what you simply do, you take your trend line from this week's, right? You simply pick up your trend lines from here. Let's just close it this. You take your trend lines from the troughs here, and then you just drag connect from this trough to this, right? Once you do this, it has already created a resistance, because at that zone price has rejected more than once. Okay, because if we want to do a replay, right, we simply mean that we are replaying like this, for instance, okay, and we have price already changed character and it is breaking, because from here you can see price was coming down and it went up. So once you connect like this, these lows here, what you simply do is you are expecting price to come back and respect. So you want to ensure that you get those touches, right? You make sure that you connect these lows, and then you get the touches like that, so that as price comes back the fourth time, we are going to be taking your buy trades. And you see some people will usually place pending orders around the zone of the trend line, ensuring that as price comes back, they are going to automatically get executed, and they'll already be in the trade, especially when you don't want to miss out, right? And you see that because once price reject once, twice, the third time becomes a trading opportunity, because automatically this is a support zone now, because price has already reacted more than once. You can already extend it, and then you want to be waiting for price. But now I want to share with you something, guys. Now you see that this is just in a smaller time frame perspective, right? But now if you want to analyze the market like a pro, there are some things you need to pay attention to. You need to look at the key levels in the market by doing a top-down analysis. Now if you go to a daily time frame, for instance, you usually realize that this trending market you see in smaller time frames, I'm using it as a smaller time frame in this situation because we want to be referring from the bigger time frame like the daily and coming down, right? You need to usually notice that in bigger time frame, price might be ranging in a bigger time frame, right? Let's say this is the daily time frame. You'll realize that this could be the resistance and this is the support, right? And if you want to consider it critically, you are going to see that price will usually be acting as, I want to tell you why sometimes you fail in trading trend lines. Price is maybe doing something like this on the daily time frame. Now if price is doing this, you realize that if you zoom into a smaller time frame, you are going to realize that this move actually is a trending market, right? So many traders will keep on buying here without knowing what is happening in bigger time frame, and then they'll just draw their trend lines and then keep on buying till they get stopped out. Because in this situation, you realize that once you connect to your trend line like this, because price will usually be creating series of higher highs, higher lows, and all of that. But now you are going to realize that sometimes price will just break through your trend line and start moving down. Maybe you were buying, because at this point in time, like I said earlier, price will usually, I'm used to this thing up here, right? So price will usually be doing this in a smaller time frame, maybe just trending and then creating a trending market as it is respecting that zone there, right? So at this point in time, we are going to be using our trend lines in smaller time frame to be entering. But now, if we are not aware that we have a major resistance in a smaller time frame like this, traders will just draw their trend lines like this, and then they will be selling, 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 selling. Even when price comes and reject here, they will not know. They are going to keep selling, and you realize that price just break through their trend line, stop them out, and keep on going to the other zone because they did not pay attention. So pay attention to all the aspect of price action. If you are a trend line trader, if you are a support and resistance, if you are trading based on smart money concepts, because price might reject in this zone. Maybe you are seeing a demand zone, maybe price goes up and hit a zone like this and then start pulling back, you are seeing a demand zone, you are going to be buying, not knowing that price is going to continue breaking down because it has rejected in a key level, right? Sometimes it could break up, but sometimes, most often, you see that price, you are going to get stopped out because you didn't pay attention to that. Now let me show you what I'm talking about using this particular currency pair. So in the in this is US dollar Swiss franc. Now when you want to do your analysis, always start from the bigger time frame, like I usually say. If you look at the daily time frame like this, or even the weekly, if you want to, you are going to realize that price is actually consolidating, right? So if you look at it here, let me just clear this out so that you can understand. If you look at this here, you are going to realize that we have a consolidating market, right, in a bigger time frame, meaning that price is moving within this, it is not trending. So it's in this situation, we have resistance above, we have support below, right? So if you are a smart trader, you should be aware of these zones here. Now you realize that this, before price leave, like I was explaining, to get to this zone, price is going to be trending. It's going to be trending in smaller time frames. Like, so let's drop to the H4 for instance. You're going to realize that as price is moving, when it gets rejected here, it start trending. Now, like what I was explaining earlier on, right? You are going to realize that people, like I explained earlier, that it is very nice when you know these zones in a bigger time frame. Why? Because you are not going to be taken unaware. Now you see that a trader who did not know that there is a zone here, right, will probably maybe be trading this on this trend line, or maybe catching this one as price goes up and comes back, maybe in the demand zone they're entering, they're entering, right? Now you see that price will get to this zone up here, right? When it gets to the zone up, they are still going to continue buying, right? Because they think that price will still keep on doing the same thing. Now you realize that price will go up to a zone like that, comes back, right? When it goes, okay, you see that it's going to get rejected in that zone, right? They have bought here. Now when they buy here, they don't know that we have a major resistance above there. So probably you see traders maybe placing this trade like this, and then they have their take profits maybe somewhere there, because they don't know that a zone exists like this, right? So what they're going to do is they will be expecting that price is going to continue breaking structures like this, because they didn't do a top-down analysis, right? In this situation, you realize that what happened, price start rejecting quite all right, it starts rejecting, right? What happened? Boom, they'll obviously get stopped out, right? You see that price has reversed already from this perspective, because it has rejected in a key level. So just by knowing this thing that I'm telling you will save you from some losses that are unnecessary, because in this situation here, we already have what we call a change of character to an extent. Okay, even though price has not come back to retest the trend line, right? Let's just extend this. Okay, so at this point in time, you see what happened. We have a change of character. Price, because price was creating series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, but now in this situation, price has come back and then it has broken below here. I don't know if you get the point. So at this point in time, we are stopped out, not because we do not know how to draw trend line well, just because we did not do a top-down analysis and we don't know what is happening. Contrarily, someone who did a top-down analysis in this situation now will be doing what? Will be looking to take a swing trade. As price comes back to retest this zone here, they will be looking to what? Buy here and then take a swing trade, where you can be able to catch a very high risk to reward ratio, move just by because you already know that there is a higher force in the bigger time frame. So this is almost like also like a swing strategy that I'm sharing with you guys. As you see that price comes back to test that trend line that was broken, you see that while most of these newbies are going to be buying because they think that price is still or price has broken structure, this was just a mitigation, we will be looking to sell, right? And at the end of the day, you see that we are most likely going to win, because at this point in time, price has already, hit a key resistance in a bigger time frame. So this is basically another strategy where you can use maybe like a trendline breakout based on the rejection. Now at this point in time, you can already start trading, right? You can already start trading from here, because now we already see price begin to create lower lows and lower highs, and price is going to continue creating lower lows and lower highs until it gets to this zone below here, right? So at this point in time, we can now, if we are using our trend line, if we're using our support and resistance, we are using our demand and supply, we are still going to get trading opportunities. Because from here, remember the rules I talked about trend lines, you connect from the top, you connect in this situation the peaks, because now the trend line is acting as a resistance after price reject. So from here now you can start looking to take sell trades, and then you can catch high risk to reward ratio winning trades from just understanding this concept, right? So basically those are some of the things that you can add to your trading arsenal to be able to get, increase your win rate and all of that. Now you see that as price comes down, we are already aware that we have a key zone below, right? We might not be trading based on this time frame, we might not be taking swing trades. So you now notice that as price gets to this zone here, we have a lot of consolidation. Now someone might not know why price is doing this, right? They'll just be wondering, oh, what's happening? They'll just be waiting for price to break out of this for them to be selling. But you who have done a top-down analysis and you want to do a trend line, you know that okay, price is actually consolidating because it has gotten to a key level, right, which is a key support level in the higher time frame. So at this point in time, you want to be looking for buys instead of sells. So even if you are trading from the smaller time frame, you already know from here that okay, we already have a change of character, right? We already have a change of character here, and price is already creating series of high highs, and then we want to be looking for those buys. You see that as price pulls back, whatever type of trader you are, you might be trading based on demand supply, you are buying from these demand zones, and then because you already know that price has already changed structure. So basically guys, that is some of the nuggets that I've just dropped here, which you can use to add in your trading arsenal, and then with time increase your profitability as a forex trader. And whatever market you are trading, you are still going to get, disadvantages as long as you have the knowledge, right? So just ensure that you do a top-down analysis while you are doing your trading. It doesn't matter what type of trader you are. If you are trading based on trend lines, you are trading based on pullbacks, whatever, you should always know that a top-down analysis is going to save you sometimes from unnecessary losses. Yes, we are not saying that you are not going to lose trades, but losing trades unnecessarily, it's not, the best thing to do. And you can see now that what happened here is, as price pulls back, like I was saying, now people who maybe were just trading without knowing will be selling here. They'll be selling because, oh, they are seeing that okay, price has rejected once, twice, I got this move, this is the fourth time, let me sell again so that I can make some profits. But guys, price is only reacting from a key level. This is a zone that is too strong and it is pushing price up, and what happened, they just get stopped out. And you see that it makes no sense, right, selling from that zone, because normally you can see that price normally got induced, it got some inducement, and even people from smaller time frame will be seeing this maybe like a change of character to be selling. But now we have a zone that is stronger than this, right? So at this point, price, breaks out, and then they get stopped out. And what happened, price start creating beautiful higher highs and higher lows. So you see now it brings us to where we started our analysis, which was looking at this 1 hour time frame. And you can see from here you get your buy setups, and then you are buying, because in this time we are expecting that price is going to get to the topmost part of this trial. So that's currently where we are. And remember, we still have our zones that are in place, so we are going to be expecting price to be moving right up to this zone here, right? So we are going to be getting more buy setup. So basically that's it, guys. I hope you found some value in this video. If you did, please support the channel. All you need to do is click on that thumbs up button, guys. Make sure that as you get value, also make sure you support the channel. That's all we want from you. And also, if you want to join our Telegram channel, it's free. Our link will be in this video's description below, so that you can be getting analysis. Just click in the pinned comment. You are going to see link to our channel so that you can join for free. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.